Okay, today we're going to make chicken livers. Alright, I'm going to try to show you step by step what to do. I'm going to open the package. And how to open them is you have to pull this tab loose, if I can do it one-handed. Okay, you break that tab, just like that. Now these are Heritage Farms. Most livers are the same. I'm going to set them in the sink because I don't want the dye spilling out everywhere. Okay, I'm going to set my phone down a minute. See if I can get it to stay here. Okay. So here we go. There's the tab. Just put your finger under there and lift. And it's really difficult most of the time. Wash my fingers off before I touch anything. Okay. So there's the livers. And there's the lid. I rinsed the lid off. So there we go. Now we're going to get our strainer. And I've already washed the sinks out. And I'm going to get my scissors. There they are. They're in the strainer. Just because I've already washed them. Let's see if I can prop my phone up somewhere and see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to take the livers out one at a time. And I'm going to cut them in half. And sometimes they have this old stringy looking stuff. I always cut that off. If we had pigs, I'd give it to the pigs. But we don't. And here's one. It's got a lot of that stuff on it. So there's your one half. Now this particular liver is not as purple as the rest, but it's not brown. If they're brown, throw them away. You don't want a brown liver. They are no longer good. I mean, fresh. And I know everybody thinks that they're soaking in blood, but they're not. They're that dye that the meat company uses. Okay. Oops, that fell back in. Okay, so you're just going to do this until you get them all done. I'd hit pause, but I'm not touching my phone. You can just let it run while you're doing it. And what we're going to do next is this one might go in 3 pieces. Yeah, there's a little bit hanging there. So let's get this mess of stuff off there. Any of that chunks of fat thing, you don't have to take them off. I do. I just don't like them. And there's a big chunk that fell out. I didn't see it till I let go. And you can cut them in half just wherever you want. Some don't have a definite little string hanging. Just cut them in half. It makes the frying easier. Because sometimes both sides are not the same size. And we got one more here. And it doesn't need to be cut. It's already small. Okay. So there we go. We're going to turn on the cold water. And we're going to rinse them. And we're going to put the trash back in this cup. It's going into the trash can. Bring off all your juices. And throw it in the trash. to rinse everything off. Flip them over, move them around. Okay, now we're going to let that sit for a few minutes while we do the other process, which is mix up the milk and egg mixture. Really easy to do. See if you can see my bowl over there. Yes, you can. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do right there. Oops. I've got to go get a thing of eggs. Okay, upon picking them up, I dropped 2 eggs and they busted, so there's one. I normally only use one, but I busted it, so I'm going to go ahead and put both in there. I could give them to the dogs, but they've already had one each today. And I'm going to save my eggshells to grind up for my chickens. Okay. So there's the 2 eggs. And I'm going to use half and half. You can use milk, cream, whatever you want. Just pour some in there. There's no measurement. And then we're going to use some Texas Pete and black pepper. And this is that restaurant style from Sam's Club. It's a more coarse pepper that we really like. Put your pepper in there. 1, 2, 3, 4 shakes of Texas Pete's good. Now get your fork and mix it up. Beat your eggs pretty good. And we're going to soak the livers in this. And you at least need to let it soak for an hour if you can. So then we're going to pick the livers up. Don't just dump your strainer in there. You're liable to get water in there you don't want. Plus you might find some things you want to cut or pull. That wasn't too bad. Okay. There's that. Then get your fork. My sink's clean. I already washed it. But I rinsed it off. And make sure your livers are all coated and going to be in the egg mixture. Alrighty. We're going to put a lid on this and set it in the refrigerator. And I'll be back in a little bit.